Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sylvia. If you're new here, which you probably are because I haven't been on here in a minute, I keep saying that I'm coming back to YouTube, or I'm doing something else, or I'm doing something else, or I'm doing something else, and I never stick to it. And so with 2021, I am planning on sticking to something. 2020, especially with what's going on in the world, I was very harsh on myself as far as
what am I doing, what am I learning, a lot of times, whether it's on Twitter.
A lot of the times, whether it was on Twitter, on Instagram, or whatever, people were like, hey, you need to be productive during a pandemic. Like that's something normal. Like, that's not normal, okay? We're in a pandemic. We need to be mindful of that, and we need to be easy on ourselves. But I wasn't that person.
I was trying to myself out here, and I myself up. So in 2021, I want to be able to
So in 2021, I want to be able to do something consistently, do something routinely, but at the same time be easy on myself. This year I got into a lot of things, different hobbies, trying to monetize those things, and I realized that, like, damn, I'm not happy doing all of these things at once. I was trying to do music, do writing and poetry for a hot minute. I don't know why. I was trying to be here, be there, while also juggling school, college in a pandemic, where the leniency in my college, nowhere to be found. You feel me? Nowhere to be found. And so, on top of that, on top of a bunch of other things, I was still trying to be very active when it's like, honey, relax. Like, I realized that, like, I was becoming, what is the saying? Jack of all trades, master of none, like that type of stuff. Like on like Q Beach House, you feel me? I was on that. And like, I was trying to dabble in so many different things. I was trying to learn so many different things, and I forgot what makes me happy. And I forgot that some of those things used to make me happy, but I was trying to force myself to be better in those things instead of just taking it a step at a time, a day at a time, and just encouraging myself to be better at those things gradually. Like, I was like, oh my god, like, if I'm not good at this thing right now or by next week, then I'm trash. That's such a bad way to look at things, and that kind of consumed me this year. Going into 2021, I just want to be lenient on myself, and make more tangible goals. So one day on my close friends Instagram story, shout out to the people that are on that, period. So there was this post, one of the cards on We're Not Really Strangers, that card game, and I was talking about, like, I reposted it, and I was talking about how I want to be happy, like, I want to find happiness, but what does that look like? What does happiness look like? I know a lot of people in this world have happiness as a goal, like it's permanent. And I feel as though that happiness is an emotion like any other emotion is. It's not going to be permanent. You know what I'm saying? I think satisfaction can have some longevity to it. Content, can have some sort of longevity to it, but I don't think happiness has longevity as an emotion. It's as temporary as sadness, it's as temporary as anger, and what have you. And so in this post, I was talking about that there are things in this world that I find joy in as comfort or an escape, but that's normally posed as like this distraction from sadness or a distraction from things in your life. And also, I talked about how I define happiness. Like, is happiness in my mind being framed correctly? Is it being framed as though it's this emotion, or is it being framed as a goal, like as it's being permanent when it's not something permanent? Like, when I'm talking about happiness, what am I really talking about? Kind of posing that question to myself and ranting on my close friend's story, you know. And so I said maybe I should look for contentment or satisfaction, you know, for happiness is just an emotion, and then maybe the yearning for happiness is what is making me unhappy, because I'm looking for reasons to be happy outside of myself. There's another thing that I was thinking about, as far as I'm looking at happiness as something, like I want something to be tangible in my life, or multiple things to be tangible in my life that make me happy, but are they completely outside of myself? They don't have any type of reflection as to how I am as a person? Or are they an extension of myself? Are they an extension of me as a person? Do they allow me to grow? Do they allow me to be myself, learn more about myself? Or are they literally just escapes? Are they those distractions? I feel like when you do things that are distractions from yourself in order to make you, like, for instance, I love me some reality TV. I'll be watching reality TV as kind of a, you know, an escape, because I'm like, look at all these people being messy and stuff like that. I can look at them and be like, I'm not that messy in my own life, right? But then that also brings up the conversation of like comparing yourself to other people and whatnot. Is that beneficial? Most likely it's not. But something like reality TV or just shows in general, fandoms, stan culture, what have you, is that a distraction? Is that something that makes you happy, but it's not necessarily an extension of yourself? Because like I said, I watch reality shows because I'm like, maybe I'm not like them. And maybe that makes me feel good. A mess. But, you know, something like reality TV is like a distraction. But something like making music or something, something like journaling, something that is more of a routine, something that's more restorative, is an extension of yourself that makes you happy as well. And I think when searching for that happiness, you need to be able to find things that are more tangible, at the same time are that extension of yourself. Because I feel like what a distraction is something that doesn't allow you to improve, you know, doesn't allow you to be better at something, or to see something in yourself that you never saw before. If you are constantly on your phone, look at what other people are doing, that can make you happy in the moment, but once you step outside of that, that's gone, right? You want to be able to do things that when you go inside of those things, you're happy. And once you leave those things, that happiness that you gained lingers on into the rest of your day, and into the rest of your life. And that's why I want to be able to focus more on routine, on consistency, and on things that allow me to be a better person. Of course, my camera decided to cut out while I was talking. Where was I? Different types of self-care that I'm more like, oh, let me do this face mask, let me get my nails done, stuff of that nature, which is like, okay, that is a, you know, an extension of yourself where you are making yourself look good, you are taking care of yourself. And that's also something that could be routine. I think routines are very, very important. I'm saying all of this now like I do this stuff. I don't. I want to be able to do routines, set routines for myself. If you are a person who's like, I love me some makeup, that allows me to be creative and whatnot, that is an extension of yourself. And you do your makeup, you leave that experience looking good, looking your best, beat face, but then you also leave that experience being like, I improved in how I did my eyeliner. I'm not a makeup person at all, but I improved in this thing. I gained a new skill, I tried something out, I looked at a tutorial, I beasted that tutorial, or I did bad in that tutorial and the next time I can do better. Stuff like that. You can make a routine out of that, and that is a way to have some sort of tangible happiness. You can have those little distractions, you can dabble in those little distractions if you want, but outside of that, being able to have those activities, routines that you do that are like, okay, I've improved something about myself, or I found something out about myself. I really like this thing. I'm really talented. I'm really smart. I don't know what I don't know what it is, but it's making you realize things about yourself as well. Another thing that I've realized is that in this journey of happiness, you are looking for extensions of yourself, but you are also looking to rely on yourself a lot more, and to choose yourself a lot more. And recently I've been feeling a lot of guilt in that. I've been feeling a lot of guilt that, like, I want to prioritize myself. That sounds crazy, right? But at the same time, I feel like there are a lot of people who feel that same way, of that, like, I feel selfish and being like, I want better for myself. I feel, you know, there's this lingering voice or something that makes me, and it makes a lot of people, feel as though they shouldn't be choosing themselves. I'm trying to break that habit. You know, I'm trying to be like, maybe I should block this person. Maybe I should cut somebody off. Maybe I should create boundaries with this person, or with this thing, or with this role that I have. As far as, if I don't feel happy in this situation, how much sacrifice can I do really? I'm not in, you know, this world to be sacrificing for people that I feel do not do the same in return. I'm very big on reciprocation. That's another thing that I learned about this year. And so, if people are not giving me the same type of energy, it just feels weird and defeating to be like, let me continue to feel bad that I'm choosing myself in something. And so I'm trying to break away from that and do things for myself and do them without guilt. And if you frame your relationships around what makes you happy, you know, being like, oh, you know, I need people in my life who are very, very supportive of the things that I do, and you're not seeing somebody be supportive, if over time things haven't been done on both ends that are kind of similar and equivalent to the weight that they hold, then I'm like, there's no reciprocation in this. People have different love languages, for instance. Just because I'm you know, complimenting you every day, Doesn't mean that you have to do that back. Maybe I don't like that. I do. But maybe I don't like that, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe this person doesn't like that. It doesn't have to be equal in how it's done, but I think it needs to be equal in impact at the end of the day. So those people who are not giving you that, maybe they need to bounce, or maybe you need to make boundaries. Maybe you need to be like, this is my funny friend. This is the friend that I can go for advice. This is the friend with the connects, you know. This is the friend that I can shop with. Maybe that needs to be the boundaries that you set, because maybe you can't expect certain things from certain people, and you know, having those boundaries can also lead to satisfaction at the end of things, or can make your experiences with those people more beneficial, and you leave those experiences getting what you expected to get, rather than having huge expectations for these people and then having them never be met because you haven't realized that this is just the funny friend. This is just the friend you could shop with. They might not be as deep as you are. They might not know the ins and outs of this. They might not be able to talk about these topics that you want to talk about. And whatever the case may be, expecting every friend or every person in your life to be that person that's got it all can also lead to disappointment and overall contentment with what's going on. There are a lot of layers to happiness, but I guess overall is being able to define what that means for you, frame it that way, and create more tangible and more beneficial routines or activities that make you feel like you've left with something about yourself, defining what self-care looks for you, and being able to choose yourself. Choosing yourself is lonely. Choosing yourself is lonely, and you need to be able to realize that, and that's what I want to be able to. I've realized it. I'm a very introspective person. I realize a lot, but the thing is, I don't use what I realized into action a lot of the time. And so I'm trying to not do that no more. I'm trying to take what I learned and put it into work, baby. So hopefully y'all do the same thing. Write in your resolutions, manifest it. Great things are coming. Jupiter and Saturn are in Aquarius. A new energy shift. And so I hope people take this new this is going to be the next 200 years, but this energy shift, and utilize it to their benefit, and remember who you are. And if you don't know who you are yet, creating routines and creating, I don't know words, people, but creating things that make you feel like you are closer. Okay, that's the end of the video. I probably rambled too much, but whatever. Hopefully I can be more consistent on here. The reason why I wanted to come back on YouTube after my hiatuses, I don't know, because I've done multiple of them, is because I want to be able to learn how to speak in front of people, and to be more articulate, and I think a lot. I don't necessarily put them into words. I have a lot to say. So I want to be able to do that on some sort of platform, and share it with everybody. So yeah, if you like this video, like, comment, share, subscribe, press that bell notification, support your girl. And yeah, if you have any topics that you would like me to talk about, let me know in the comments below. All the important links: follow my Instagram at JOLLOFRICAN, follow my Twitter at JOLLOFRICAN, listen to my music if you'd like, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully I make the next one. Please hold me accountable to it. Hold me accountable. Be in my DMs and be like, Sylvia, be consistent on here, make that video, and bless us with your knowledge if you think I'm knowledgeable. I know I'm smart, okay? I know I'm smart. You don't even have to tell me. So yeah. Bye bye. How do I start a video off? It's like, hello everyone. Or should it be like, what's up everybody?
Or
What's good, y'all? Welcome to my channel. No.